Okay, so today we've got quite a nice array of products. All right, so you can range them from Tanzania down to the Western Cape. So welcome to all the attendees and welcome to all the exhibitors. It's wonderful to see you all. All right, so.
Absolutely. Sort out all the way. Right, hopefully you should be seeing the presentation in front of you. Not if you can.
Yes.
Bonus. Okay, super. So it's Leanne from Inyati Game Lodge, situated in the Sabi Sand Nature Reserve, which, as we all know, is the best reserve in Africa. Absolutely, and especially when it comes to the elusive leopard sightings. Inyati itself is like one of the smaller intimate lodges. So we've got 11 rooms in total, maximum up to 25 guests. You've got a breakdown of 3 family chalets and then 8 standard chalets. Family is ideal for 2 adults and 2 children. However, we do not accommodate children under 12 years old. So it's also very popular with our especially intergenerational. You've got your teenagers traveling with grandparents. So it's ideal also for 2 teenagers, 2 or 3 teenagers sharing the family room. It is an ensuite bathroom. Next year, when we do our refurb, we're just closing for 6 weeks to do a refurb. We will be adding an additional outdoor shower to the family rooms, because at the moment, currently, we only have outdoor showers in the standard rooms. So it's going to be great. It'll just give you that extra bit of space. The lodge, each room has got your standard climate control, as well as your ensuite bathrooms. You've got your outdoor showers, except for the family rooms. You've got your all your essentials, from your hairdryer, and then your personalized refreshments in the minibar. It's always stocked with your water and a few little snacks, tea, coffee, and making facilities, as well as a mini safe. And post-COVID, we did actually move the Wi-Fi into the rooms just to make sure that, the guests don't have to come all the way up to the reception area just to get onto those Zoom calls, because quite a few people are still working remote and they're doing their vacays, and while they're at work, or early mornings, late evenings, especially with the time differences. So it's a lot easier to do work on the deck of your room. The lodge itself, one of the best things is that we are on the most extensive river frontage in the Western sector. So it's just really great, because the Sand River it's a perennial river. So it's really amazing. We have water all through the year. It's really wonderful. And sometimes you don't even have to leave the lodge. You can just sit on the deck and watch the goings on across the actual fields. The wine dining is also a fantastic experience. You'll find with most lodges, it's always the highlight is these wonderful meals around the bomas, but it's really nice. Our wine estate is Friesenhof, which is in Stellenbosch. So that is a family owned. It's the owners of the lodge as well. So a lot of our wines are paired, a lot of the foods are paired with the Friesenhof wines. So nice big open spaces, wonderful boma dinners at night. Stuff. So on the bottom right-hand corner is a picture of the vehicles. So we use the open safari vehicles, and we also like to have 6 guests per vehicle. Your vehicles have always got your guide and your tracker. We do go off-road for Big 5, but you generally don't go off-road just rambling for the sake of it. So you see what you see in the Kruger, you're just going to see it closer. So it's very much your up-close and personal game viewing. And of course, a lot of the times the game comes to us. It's not often that you see hippos posing on the rock. And then, of course, your game drives. We focus on just, delivering and just not the Big 5. I know everybody like, oh no, Ferrari Safari, check off the Big 5 and off we go. But, it's just, there's a lot more to the safari experience than just ticking the Big 5 off your list. It's quite a remarkable, things that, especially we actually limited that it's only 2 vehicles per sighting. So I'm sure everybody's seen what's happened in the Tanzanian when it came to the migration. So she's like, no, luckily we've always just limited the amount of vehicles, because we do share the Western sector with a few other properties. So you also don't want to have all properties all around the same poor little leopard or lions, depending on what we're seeing. At the moment, we've actually got quite a few groups in the lodge that are here for bird watching. A lot of our migratory species return at this time of the year. So it's really, really great. Which is fun is actually we do the guided walk. So Ranger Rick and Ranger Rachel marching through the bush. You are with your guide and your tracker. And something that's fun is also fishing in the Sand River. It's just one of those different activities. Again, it is done under supervision. Of course, the lodge itself, well, not just the lodge, but I mean, the Sabi Sand is a photographer's paradise. So, I mean, it's just really amazing. And on my right-hand side is a map of just a breakdown of the Sabi Sand. You'll know all the usual suspects, the Malas, the Londas, the Sangitas, and the Lion Sand, Sabi, etc. But then we're the western sector, which is the light green area. The dark green area is actually Nyati's land. And then to the left, the section with lines through it, we co-own that section with Ulusaba. In the good old days, if you're old enough, you might remember Exeter 1, 2, and 3. So Exeter 1 and 2 is in Nyati, and then Dulini was also Exeter and then renamed to Dulini's. So we traverse from the top to the bottom where Savannah is. Our only entrance is the Newington Gate. So if you are staying, for example, at Aratusa, you can't just drive across to Nyati. You actually have to exit the Gowrie Gate, come all the way around the park, and then come into the Newington Gate. And then the same will apply if I've got guests that are staying at Notton's. You come out of Shaw's Gate, come up into the Newington Gate, and then come up to Inyati. On the left-hand side just gives you an idea where the airports are situated. We've got 2 airports that service our area. Skukuza's got your daily Airlink flights from Johannesburg and Cape Town, whereas KMIA has got your more flexible flights. You've got Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, Vilankulas. Plus, you've also got your flights to Vic Falls and Livingston with FastJet. And you've also now got 3 SAF Air flights three SAF Air flights a week coming in, which also reduces the cost because, I mean, as we know, Airlink is quite an expensive carrier. We generally don't use the Hoedspruit Airport as that's a much further drive. From KMIA to the lodge, you're looking at about a 2-hour drive. And then basically from Skukuza to the lodge, you're looking at about an hour and a half. Our transfers are outsourced. We use Woomba Tours and Safaris, which Eben will be giving you a presentation on at the end after this. So basically our daily flights are into KMIA. You've got your 3 characters. There is another option, which is Ulusaba from Federal Air. That is probably the most expensive way to get there, but it is the quickest. So it's mainly for our American guests that you've only got 10 days leave in the year. So you want to get in, get off your flight, jump on a flight, right up at the lodge. Within 10 minutes, you're at the property. And, so then your Ferrari safari starts and then off down to Cape Town or back up to Vic Falls, depending on the guests' itineraries. So it's very much your big 5 reserve. But like I say, we also like to concentrate on the smaller animals. We joke and say we see the big 4.5 because we've had to dehorn our rhinos, which is great because we haven't lost a rhino in over 2.5 years. And we have done the pangolin rewilding in the reserve. One of the Sabi Sands chaps actually came up with proper pangolin fencing because we had the pangolins in, but when they were going under the fence, they were getting electrocuted. So now, you're not losing pangolins to the fence that was trying to protect them, which is, great. We have a few schools in our area. The ones that we support is the Good Work Foundation, which is in the Dumfries village. That's where predominantly most of our staff reside. There is also one at the Lilydale village. Our guests during school holidays, unfortunately, they cannot go to the property to visit the school. But during school hours, it's really great. Guests are welcome to come and pop in and visit. And that's it. That's it from Inyati.
Dana from Lifetree Marketing.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm just going to share my screen and hope I don't have any issues.
Yeah.
Let's hope. Okay, can you see?
Yes, it's coming up. I can see it.
Awesome, great. So
Go.
my name is, oh, no.
No, I'm saying off we go.
Oh, off we go. Phew. Okay, cool. So my name is Dana. I work for a company called Lifetree Marketing and Media. And today I'm going to be talking to you about technically 3 of my amazing clients. I've got Hatari Lodge in Arusha National Park in Tanzania and Shimata Camp in the Ndwemant Wildlife Management Area, also Tanzania, and then Mwembe Bush Camp, a brand new lodge in Zambia, Kafue National Park. So to start off, I will talk about Hatari Travel. There are 3 brands under this product, Hatari Travel, namely Hatari Lodge, Shimata Camp, and Wonder Garden. The owners are the Gabriel family. They've been in Tanzania around 30 years now, and they started Hatari and Shimata many, many years ago, and more recently started Wonder Garden. So Wonder Garden was a project they started. They realized that there were a lot of natural foods in Tanzania that have turned out to be superfoods. Since then, they've started farming, and over 100 ingredients now create around 200 dishes at both of the lodges. And they also sell these to other lodges in Tanzania. So the food really is amazing, and 90% of food at Hatari and Shimata is locally sourced. So to give you an idea of location, if you are familiar with Tanzania, over here, we are on the border here of Kenya. So Shimata camp up at the top there, close to the Kitura corridor, where the great tuskers will migrate between Kenya and Tanzania. And then down at the bottom over here, we've got Hatari Lodge, and you can see just at the bottom, Kilimanjaro International Airport. So Kilimanjaro International Airport's around an hour and a half to 2 hours from Hatari. And of course, well known in the area, Mount Kilimanjaro. So starting off with Hatari, you can see over there, it's actually the little triangle that you see there. Hatari is beautifully positioned with Mount Meru on one side and views of Kilimanjaro in clear weather on the other side. The nice thing about the location in Arusha National Park is there are a lot of activities to do. So of course, guests can do a hike up Mount Meru into the crater, the Tululisia waterfall, and of course visits to the Godoto crater as well as the Mamela lakes. So a bit of background around Hatari and why it got the name of Dead. It is actually named after the movie from 1963 called Hatari, starring John Wayne, which was shot nearby. This picture that you can see here is set just below the lodge with stunning views of the Plains game. We get a lot of giraffes and zebras. I guess you can come and have sundowners and watch them. The property does also have a restaurant, bar, lounge area, and a calming walkway. This is often where you will see the giraffes. The giraffes come right up to the walkways. We, however, do not feed any of the giraffes. There's no animal interaction. And we are fair trade tourism certified and eco-friendly completely at the lodge. Children of all ages are welcome at both Hatari and Shimata. And just to show you some of the native local foods that we serve that are from the Wonder Gardens. All of the meat that we serve on property is grass-fed and contains no hormones. So it really is very healthy food that we offer on property. And like I said, superfoods. Moving on to accommodation, we have 8 deluxe rooms, 4 junior suites, and 3 suites. The pictures that you see in the background here are our deluxe rooms. Some of these deluxe rooms can also take an extra bed if you have got a family traveling together. However, I would highly suggest getting a junior suite or a suite. So the cool thing about the junior suites and suites is that they are back to back from one another. So the suites all face Mount Meru on one side, the junior suites all face Mount Kilimanjaro on the other side. And there is a door in between that can be opened to make it into a villa for larger families. This over here is one of the suites, just to show you the space of the suites. The signature experience is definitely the Mount Meru tour at Hatari. It's a beautiful full-day drive to the Mount Meru crater, and you'll actually do a hike up through the forest, have a picnic lunch, and then head back to the lodge. Another popular activity is a Godoto crater tour and walk. So seasonal, when it's dry season, you can actually walk in the crater, which is amazing. And again, a picnic lunch will be included. Other popular activities, the Tululisia waterfall, game drives in Arusha National Park, trips to the Mamela lakes. You can canoe on the Mamela lakes. You can see the flamingos. And of course, a trip to Wonder Garden is really an amazing experience. So at the moment, there are 4 Wonder Gardens, and they each have something different to offer. So the Beatopia Wonder Garden, you can have a wonderful breakfast. Moving on to Shimata Camp in the Ndwema Wildlife Management Area. We have 7 tents at Shimata. So it is a tented camp. And to show you its location over here, right on the border of Kenya. So if you go further towards the border of Kenya over here, that is where you're more likely to see the great tuskers that everyone always talks about. But of course, a lot of other activities to do in the area as well. If guests are wanting to do both Hatari and Shimata, or even if they're just staying at either one of the camps, what I would suggest as an activity, would be to go up to the Shara Plateau. So we can drive up, or guests can hike up depending on their level of fitness on Mount Kilimanjaro. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to be on Kilimanjaro, see one of the first base camps without having to climb all the way to the top. So onto our facilities, again, communal dining. We call this our mess tent with quite a Moroccan style, as you can see here. All meals will be served here, and then it's just a short walk up to each of your tents. Oh, please excuse me, that is supposed to say follow me, not follow M. 7 luxury tents. Each of the tents has got 2 beds. So if you have got a family traveling together, this is also a great option. But of course, couples do often book the tents on their own, and of course, en suite. Also, again, when it's beautiful, clear skies, you've got stunning views of Mount Kilimanjaro. A really popular activity at Shumata would be to do a little walk up the hill just behind Shumata and do sundowners here. A lot of our team are Maasai, so we'll do a fun activity in the evening throwing spears as a way to end the day. Another popular activity is our Amboseli Ecosystem Game Drive, and of course, everyone wants to see the great elephant tuskers. So we are looking at adding on more activities with regards to the elephants to try and hear the sounds of them, putting microphones on the sounds of the vehicles. So sounds that you can't hear, with your ears on a normal way, you can put earphones in and actually hear the rumblings. I mentioned the Kilimanjaro for All activity earlier, hiking up to the Shira Plateau, which is really a fantastic experience. Okay, moving down to Zambia and Kafue National Park. I'm really excited. We are 2 weeks away from opening. Mwimbi will be opening on the 1st of November. We've got a stunning location in Kafue National Park, the Kafue River on this side, you can see on the left, and then this side, a natural wetland or a dambo. So Mwimbi has water year-round, which means animals year-round, and will be open year-round. So we will be open in the green season. With regards to access, the closest airfield to us is the Chunga Airfield, so guests can fly into Livingston or Lusaka and then charter to Chunga Airfield. Alternatively, guests can also do a road transfer from Lusaka to Mwimbi Bush Camp, which is around 5 hours. This is going to be our main camp Lapa, so reception area. There'll be a beautiful library, lounge area. All dining will take place here as well. And of course, a beautiful corner overlooking the sunset and the Kafue River and outdoor seating on the other side. We are launching with 4 tents, so it will be very exclusive. And we are unfenced, which means that we are accepting children over the age of 14. The tents are incredibly spacious, as you can see here, so we can also put in 2 extra beds if you have got a larger family. But what I'm most excited about is our Starlit Sleep Out. So this will only be available in high season. It will be launching next year. And how it will work is guests will be collected from their tents, taken here, have their dinner, sleep the night under the stars, be collected the next morning and go back to their tent. This will be included with 4-night bookings or as a supplement and only available to children over the age of 18. The guide will also be staying nearby, so if guests do get worried or hear some sounds, they can call the guide on a walkie-talkie to come check it out. And as you can see, it's on a raised platform and there will be a security gate. All meals are included in the rates as well as your house drinks. All of our chefs are being trained by the Salt Road Restaurant in Stellenbosch, so we really are aiming to be fine dining, but we will also be offering a bush barbecue experience. And of course, 2 activities per day included as well. So guests can choose from walking safaris, river trips, and game drives. Of course, other popular activities, birding safaris, photographic safaris, wellness retreats. We have got guide accommodation if guests are traveling with a guide. And then a huge focus on sustainability. Mwimbi is also launching the Mwimbi Foundation, so they will be supporting the Chunga Clinic and the Chunga School, and of course, guests can get involved as well. Thank you so much for your time. So I'm handing over now to Sean from Nyati and Malema Big 5 Safari Lodge.
Thank you.
I just need
Great stuff. Thank you, Eloise. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen. Sorry. Share. Oh, can everybody see it?
We see it.
Fantastic. Cool. So, obviously my name is Sean. Obviously going to present you Nyati Safari Lodge and Malema Big 5 Safari Lodge. So we're the real and original Nyati. We've been around for 27 years. We're owned by a Danish family. We opened Malema about 3 years ago. So we're located up in the north of the Kruger. So we are located quite close to Hoedspruit. We're about an hour to 45 minutes away from Hoedspruit Airport. That's pretty much where we are. We're located in the Greater Kruger. So the lodges themselves are fenced, but the game reserve obviously isn't. So the first start off is at Inyati. So Inyati is located on the banks of the Olifants River. What's really, really nice about this is that the river flows all year round. So you always have fantastic game sightings. And also every single room at Inyati Safari Lodge is located on the banks of the river, like I said before, and also has a river view. So really, really awesome. As you can see, it is quite a big lodge, but there's also lots of private areas with every single room. And what's really nice also is that each room is common rated with a per person sharing rate. So whether you're staying in one of our luxury rhino tents, river bungalows, or Olifant Villa Suites, the rate is all exactly the same on a per person sharing rate. Our rates do include all meals, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your 2 game activities a day. We also do complimentary airport transfers from the airport and all beverages, just to give you an idea from there. So starting from river bungalows, so like I said, we've got 9 of these. They are freestanding, standalone units. Each one has got its own private deck and hammock. Behind the bed area there is an open plan bathroom area with twin basins. We've got an indoor and an outdoor shower. For older travelers or for children, we also do have a hand shower and a seat in the shower, which is really awesome. And talking about children, we take children of all ages, and we also take children of all ages on game drives. So it really makes us quite unique from that perspective. Then we've got 5 luxury rhino tents. It's 100% canvas, no solid walls whatsoever. What's really nice about the luxury rhino tents is that you can have children sharing in the room. So we've got a king size bed on the one side, if you look at the left-hand picture. And then we've got a double sleeper couch where we can share 2 children under the age of 12, or at a push, we can consider 3 adults sharing the luxury tent also. Behind the bed, once again, is the bathroom, which has also got an indoor shower. And then out on the deck, we've also got an outdoor shower there as well. So really, really nice, and very much our 5-star rooms. So really fantastically located, and the newer of all of the rooms. Then we've got Olifant Villa Suites. So these are almost like standalone houses. You can see in the right-hand picture, very big terrace area. Also has got a very big lounge area, and then also a television. It's the only place that you'll find television in any of the rooms. It's also really nice. Each one of the Olifant Villa Suites also has its own private swimming pool. So really has got like a private villa feel. However, all of the meals are taken and are conducted in the main lodge area. We've got different sizes. So we've got 6 Olifant Villa Suites. We've got one that sleeps 4 people, which has got 2 bedrooms, both of them en suite. We've got 2 that sleep 6. We've got 3 bedrooms, 1 master en suite, and then 2 other bedrooms share a bathroom. And then we've got 3 4-bedroom, which are 8 sleepers, which got 3 bedrooms on the ground floor and 1 up in the loft. So very nice, big and spacious. Last but not least, we've got private cheetah camp. So this is on the far one side of the property. It operates almost like its own lodge area. It's got its own kitchen area, own service area, own bar, restaurant, etc. And is located on the far side. The per person sharing rate, like I said, is exactly the same. We take a minimum of 8 people that go into this camp, and a maximum of 16. Looking at the room types there, we've got 4 doubles that actually are en suite. So really what it is a combination of river bungalow and our Olifant Villa Suite, just to give you an idea of how the interiors are and how it is laid out. Talking about meals, we've got 4 nights a week. We serve a 3-course set menu for dinner, which is paired with a red wine, a white wine, and a dessert wine. The other 3 nights a week, we do a Boma dinner. In addition to that, we do something a little bit different. So on a Sunday night, weather permitting, we also do a Boma dinner. A bush dinner, which is really awesome. And then on a Wednesday morning, together with if you decide to do the bush walk, we then also do offer a bush breakfast. So really try to do different things at Inyati Safari Lodge. Breakfast is a continental breakfast buffet with hot breakfast made to order. There obviously is a bit of scrambled egg and bacon on the buffet as well. Lunch is generally a 1-course plated meal, which also paired with a great South African wine. All of our wines are boutique wines and are sourced by the owner himself. So even though we are Danish owned, we also operated by a South African family, and the business has also been working with the South African family for about 20 years. So the current general manager, Jean, who some of you might have met, his mother once upon a time was the GM, and one day so will his daughter. Big 5 game drives. So we do all of our game drives on a 10,000 hectare Maseke game reserve. Generally, you'll only see Inyati and Malema vehicles on the reserve, which is really nice. We unfortunately don't off-road. We've got quite a strong ecological policy on the reserve. And also the other reason why we don't off-road is because we also do take children on the game, viewers. Additionally to that, we've even got car seats for the baby. So that's the extent that we then go to for that. Got a very big heated swimming pool. We've got lush landscape gardens with pathways that link all of the rooms. We've got a golf driving range, which is really exciting. And then a petang pit, which is like a bowling, like going bowls, but more like a Danish sport. We've got a bush spa and then a bush gym. So there really is lots to do at Inyati. We can accommodate, if all of the rooms are occupied and all of the sleeper couches are used, up to 80 people at the lodge at any one time. But when you're there and when you experience it, you realize it doesn't, you realize it's big, but the only time you really see all the other people is at mealtimes. We were like, just to give a bit of validation. So we won the TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Award last year. And then we also are running a special between now and the end of December, which is really just the 20th of December, sorry, which is distressed inventory. Just contact us. Please email us if you're wanting to book that. There are obviously various terms and conditions surrounding that. Also, we're now also on Where To, which also works a lot easier for which a lot of people haven't worked with before. And that's pretty much Inyati. So going with Malema, Malema is located in the middle of the reserve. It's quite a bit bigger. You know that water is life. So in front of Malema, we've got a very big watering hole, which also has water in it all year round. You can see there how the lodge is located. It literally sits at the base of a small mountain there. The only room type that does have a view of the water hole is our luxury tents. You can see there the small layout. You'll see there also that the boma, the pool, and the restaurant all have got a view of the waterhole. And obviously the mountain at the back is really impressive. We also take children of all ages and children of all ages on game drives. Got 3 different room types. So we've got the manor house. The manor house has got 4 bedrooms in it. It also has got the indoor restaurant area and also our indoor bar area, but is also open to other guests. The 2 of the rooms, our manor house rooms, are en suite with ensuite bath and shower. Also got a double sleeper couch in there where you can put 2 children under the age of 12 or a 3rd adult if you wanted to go with a triple. Then we've got a manor house family room, which really is 2 bedrooms, like you can see on the left-hand side, and then a bathroom in the middle that they then share. Then we've got 4 family villas. So the family villas are pretty much like you can see the picture on the left-hand side. 2 bedrooms, both of them en suite with bathroom with a central lounge area. So there you can see the bedroom, the bathroom, central lounge area, and outdoor terrace area. So very nice, big, and spacious. 4 of those, and they are all identical. Last but not least, my favorite room type is the luxury tent. Sits right on the edge of the waterhole, so you're less than 100 meters away from that waterhole and from an elephant or any of the animals that come past there at any one time. Also, a very big and spacious bathroom, pretty much a shower you can have a party in. So yeah, very, very nice and big and spacious. Meal-wise, works exactly the same as Inyati. We have 4 nights a week, we do a 3-course set menu for dinner, which is paired with the best South African wine. 3 nights we do the boma. Also, just to let you know, we do run a 7-day rotating menu. So what we are getting at the moment is getting guests that will come and stay 3 nights at Malema or 2 nights at Inyati or vice versa. And because they are 45 minutes apart, and because the lodges are so different, it is a very different game experience and a very different staying experience comparison to Inyati. Also a heated swimming pool with lounges. That's pretty much on the right-hand side is the picture, the view you have of the waterhole. It really, that waterhole, I almost think the game viewing there is better than the river, but really, really nice. Once again, we do big 5 game drives. Malema and Inyati people normally our drink stops are different. So obviously we try and keep the boutique nature of Malema. It only can take 12. It only has 12 rooms. Also won TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Award last year, which was fantastic for us. Also got a 4,999 special running there with whatever availability we have left. And once again, we're also on Where To. So it's really great to be there. Also, all the latest videos and images and news and things like that, and specials are also located on there. And then, Evan, you just need to tell me. I'm going to try and play a video now. I just want to see if the sound works. If you can just let me know.
You can try, Sean. Often the bandwidth on here is not too great. So, but let's try it.
Okay. Can you hear anything, Evan?
No.
No. Okay. No problem. Anyway, so that is pretty much me. Let me just try and get out of here quickly. Thanks very much, everybody. Yeah, if you've got any questions, any queries, please let us know. Yeah, we obviously are available on email, and we're sending out follow-ups later as well. So thanks very much. I'm handing over to, actually forgotten who I'm handing over to. My apologies.
To Lynn.
I'm holding on to Lynn. Sorry, man, with all the confusion. I'm handing over to Lynn, man. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, everybody. I just want to check that you can all see my screen.
We can, Lynn. Thank you.
Oh, now it's gone again.
No, we see it.
Okay, great.
There we are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lynn Marie from the Behold Collection. And today I'm just going to give you a brief introduction update on the Behold Collection. Can you see the map now, Evan?
Yes.
Okay, great. So the Behold Collection is the brainchild of Louis Bichner, a young entrepreneur who's about 35 years old. He started with his tiny little lodge just outside Addo, and it has flourished and grown, and with into Bellevue Forest Reserve. And with that, we've also added Cape Recife Lighthouse Villa, which I will go into depth as a bit more detail as well. And then the Addo Brauhaus, which is very close to Addo, the main gate to Addo. So I forgot to mention, I was so worried whether my presentation was going to go on the screen or not. But just to mention, the Behold Collection is situated in the malaria-free Eastern Cape, offering luxury, affordable options close to Addo, and then also in the friendly city of Gqeberha, formerly known as Port Elizabeth. I'm going to start with Bellevue, and I must just keep an eye out on the time as well. So Bellevue Forest Reserve is about a 25-minute drive from Addo's north main gate. As I said, situated in the malaria-free Eastern Cape. It is a privately owned reserve. It's about 2,500 hectares. And with most of the accommodation in the Addo area being situated on citrus farms, Bellevue does offer you the option of being able to visit Addo for the Addo experience, as well as being on a game reserve, a privately owned game reserve, which is fast becoming a Big Five reserve. We will be releasing our rhino in about 6 weeks' time. So at that point, Bellevue will be a fully fledged Big Five reserve. It is graded as a 4-star lodge, just giving you a different aspect and type of accommodation in the Addo region. We do have different packages to accommodate, the wide spectrum of the market. Obviously, in the Addo region, a lot of European guests visit the Addo region. Our biggest market source is probably the German market, followed by the Dutch, Belgian, rest of Europe, and a little bit from the UK and USA, but predominantly very much the Germanic market that visits the Addo region. We have expanded quite a lot in the last 6 months, so it's very exciting to be able to tell you about all of our changes, and I will go through them now. I'm just going to give you a brief idea of the current areas, and there are some new areas on the cards that will be completed sometime in the winter of next year. So we've got a restaurant that is changing as well. The lounge area of the restaurant is moving out. We have just added 5 new luxury family safari tents. So we will be adding more restaurant seating in our restaurant area here. We do have our lookout lounge, which overlooks the reserve as well, stunning views of our forest reserve, a very unique vegetation in the reserve as well. And then literally the barn opened on Saturday with our group from the G20 summit that was held in the Eastern Cape. So these are just some photographs that I've added. We haven't had any official photographs taken, and you can see Louis, the owner, in the picture over here, still busy putting something up. But just to give you an idea of the new space, obviously to accommodate our growing number of rooms with the additional 5 luxury safari tents. Besides the restaurant, we have the barn, which does also have an outdoor boma area where we do provide options for our boma bride dinners. We rotate every 4 nights. So I guess, or every 4th night there's a boma dinner, and that would, weather dependent, be held in this area. Obviously, it's not 100 completing these photographs, but does give you a great idea of what to expect. Then moving on to our rooms, as I said, Bellevue started as a very small lodge. It had 5 rooms, which are our classic rooms. We do have a classic family room that can accommodate up to 2 adults and 2 children. And just to mention, Bellevue is family friendly. We do accept children of all ages, and being owner run, we do allow children of all ages to go on our game drives and our other activities offered within Bellevue. We do, this is just a classic double room. So we've got the family room that can accommodate 4 people. A classic double room can accommodate 2 people. Then we do also have our newly renovated superior rooms. We've got 2 of those. These were done last year. Very popular with honeymoon couples. They do have a little deck with a hot tub or a tickle tub outside as well. And then I'm just showing you the classic safari tents just for information. We don't like to offer the safari tents to our tour operators or agents that book us. So we usually call them our booking.com tents that are quite small. And as you can see inside, we do, quite small, but they do offer mini bars, tea coffee making facilities, and an ensuite bathroom. And I think I've taken the shot out here now. So everything you need, but at a much lower rate. And we do also use the safari tents then for our guides, if we do have guides at an affordable guide rate. Then our luxury safari tents, which were just opened at the beginning of October, so only 2 weeks ago. We have got 5 of them, and it is situated very close to the lodge, obviously all in their unique setting, and the lodge is just to the right here, just to give you an idea. So close to the lodge, but 5 luxury tents that are very spacious. This is just one of the original photographs of the setup that was done for us. But yeah, you can see what the actual interiors look like. Separate toilet. We do have a separate toilet behind here, open shower, and then a deck. We are still going to add some hot tubs on these decks. Each room also, or each safari tent does also have a sleeper couch with a trundle, so we can potentially accommodate 2 adults and 2 small children. Then moving on to our activities. For those of you that don't know, Addo doesn't have, the park doesn't have any giraffe in the park because they're not endemic to the area. And so when Louis started Bellevue and everybody was offering Big 5 game drives and walks and so forth, he only had 5 giraffe at Bellevue, and I'm going back to 2015. So he started promoting come walk with a tall 5. Obviously, since then we have we have expanded quite a bit. We've got in the area where we do the giraffe walks, which is separate from our reserve. There are no predators, but there are smaller antelope and plains games, and it just gives guests an amazing opportunity to get quite close to the giraffe, but once again, no physical interaction or feeding permitted. Just gives guests a unique opportunity to experience the giraffe, learn more about them and the environment in which they make their home. We do offer the giraffe walking safaris for outside day visitors, as well as our in-house guests, with 3 slots per day. And then obviously offering our game drives. We had our lion released last September. We've got 2 little cubs that have already been born. We had relocated elephant from Addo the year before that. We've always had buffalo, but slowly but surely we are moving and towards becoming Big 5. And with the addition to our rhino closer to the end of the year, we will be Big 5. So great opportunity for game viewing. We do offer morning and afternoon game drives. And the other thing is, as I said, yeah, it's just one of the little cubs. We do focus on children. We offer a children's survival program, which has become quite fun, and the adults like to participate as well. And added to that, we do offer guided game drives to Addo. Our packages, we do offer a bed and breakfast package for those self-drive visitors that want to go and explore Addo, a dinner, bed and breakfast plus 1 activity, and then also an all-inclusive package, which then also includes a Addo guided half-day safari as well. Just some rewilding. Twale from Mpumalanga was taken out of captivity and has been released at Bellevue, a process that was going to take about three months, actually took 4 days, and within 4 days he had joined our elephant herd on the reserve. And I think I am running out of time, but I'm just quickly going to go very quickly through our exclusive use Lighthouse Villa in the Cape Recife Nature Reserve, which is in Port Elizabeth, quite close, about 12 kilometers from the airport. Amazing, very unassuming property at the lighthouse, and amazing whale watching from the villa as well between June and November. Very luxurious villa that can accommodate up to 4 adults and 2 smaller children under the age of 12. Upstairs is our living area, and the villa itself is this building on the right here. It is sold on an exclusive use basis, and here you can see our wonderful beach TV view from the villa, where you can do whale watching, dolphin watching, and so on. We do offer 2 packages here, either self-catering or a dinner, bed and breakfast package. And on the dinner, bed and breakfast package, we do have a private chef that comes and caters to the guests' individual needs, and it's quite an interactive experience as well. This is just an aerial shot of the lighthouse. You can see the unspoiled nature reserve. We're right on the edge. And then we do also offer some activities, marine safaris, walking trails, birding hikes. There are some unique marine bird life in the reserve as well, and then botanical hikes for those wanting to explore the reserve on foot as well. Once again, children of all ages are welcome, and we do sometimes do group tours as well, where we can offer sundowners on the beach, or breakfast on the beach, just depending on the time and what is required. So exclusive use, and just something very unique in the friendly city of Port Elizabeth. Thank you very much for your time. And I think I'm handing over back to Eloise from the De Hoop collection. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lynn. Okay, let's see if Zoe wants me to present today. If not, then I guess you're just going to all have to come and visit real soon so you can see what we're all about. Anyway, the point is we are in the Western Cape at the De Hoop Nature Reserve, and we are a soft safari sort of vibe. And you are more than welcome to come and visit us. We have different accommodation options to suit all pockets, from self-catering to suites and even villas. It's a beautiful nature experience, and I will send you all an email with all our details. Thank you very much. Evan, you can go.
Thank you, Louise. Let's see if mine works. Right, I think that is working. Can everybody see the slideshow for A&E marketing? Great. Right, so Ensslin unfortunately is not well, so he couldn't present today. So I said that we do a short presentation on his properties that he wanted to showcase today. Right, so A&E Marketing South Africa, they're also a marketing and representation company for privately owned, owner-run and managed properties all over Southern Africa. They focus on 3- and 4-star resorts and hotels, guest houses and lodges, and up to 5-star luxury travel experiences as well. So a really great collection. You can see they are spread all along the coast, basically, all the way up past Durban and then to Mpumalanga and Johannesburg as well. First one is the Makakla Game Reserve. First one is Woodbury Manor, which is the latest offering in their collection, in the Woodbury collection. This was started by the Gash family in 1999. It's designed for families and groups of friends or multi-generational travel. It is a 5-star property. Accommodation consists of a main building or manor that has a very large lounge, dining room, fireplace, kitchen, and upstairs loft. The lower floor opens up onto an expansive deck and swimming pool, and they have an outdoor dining area. There's also an outdoor boma for that experience. Really, really beautiful. This is, of course, in the Eastern Cape. Buffelsdrift Game Lodge takes you to Oudtshoorn. It consists of 34 freestanding luxury tents. It's a really beautiful property. You can see there on that photo where the elephants are walking and doing their things, and it's close to the Kango Caves as well, which makes it very convenient. Everybody needs to go and see the Kango Caves, so Buffelsdrift is the perfect accommodation option for that. They've got a 25-hour on-site staff presence, and all tents are basically equipped with king-size or twin beds, full bathrooms, private outdoor hot showers, and air conditioning, which I've been in Oudtshoorn. You do need air conditioning in high summer, definitely. But yeah, wonderful experience. They do bush safaris, and there is a free roaming cheetah experience as well. Right, then we go to Mavudadona Safari Lodge, which is situated in Mardelth Park, which is right next to Kruger Park, just got the river between them. So it's a wonderful setting in terms of that you have got all the wildlife, of course, that travels between the park, crosses the river and into Mardelth Park. So, you can do lots of things there. You can do walks, you can do bicycle rides, but just note that there are lions, and after sundown, don't go out on a bicycle ride. I've heard of people who's done that and had to cycle very, very, very quickly. But, it's wonderful. You've got hippos, elephants, and a lot more because it's on the Crocodile River there as well. So, yes, fantastic setting, and it's only 7 suites. And, we'll send you more information when Ensslin shares brochures, etc. with you, you will have more information. But this is really a stunning safari lodge with a stunning setting. Bazulu Treehouse Lodge. Okay, it's a small treehouse game lodge in the Guernsey Private Nature Reserve, which is in the Greater Kruger. It's 40 minutes from the Kruger National Park's open gate. So basically, I don't know if you may have seen this one before, but they're all situated high on stilts. Really, really beautiful, something totally different with wonderful animal life. And this is, of course, in Hoedspruit. And the bonus, of course, is that we know that we've got a lot of flights now flying into Hoedspruit, which has made this section of Kruger also very popular. Right, now I'm going to show you Vomba tours. Right, so just if somebody can just tell me that you can see the Vomba tours in Safari's main page.
No.
It's showing Pazula right now.
Yeah.
Is it still showing Pazula? Sorry, I guess I'll just go and close that one. Right, and do you now see the Vomba tours
We
one?
see you.
You see
We
me?
only see you.
I guess I must share the Vomba one then. Okay. Right, there we go.
Perfect.
Excellent. Slideshow from start. Right. Vomba tours and safari. They are situated all around the Kruger area. And I don't know if you have had any dealings with them yet, but I know that Leanne from Inyati mentioned earlier that we do use them. And there's a lot of products throughout Kruger area and Greater Kruger that uses them for airport transfers and for tours and game drives. Right, so beautiful company with a lovely ethos that was established in 2014. And the founder and director was Kimbini Hlongwane, which has got an interesting little backstory that I really want to share. So he's from a small village where he used to be a cattle and goat herder in the bush. And so he was always exposed to wildlife from a young age and was fascinated by the various types of animals. And he then joined Inyati Game Lodge in the Sabi Sand Nature Reserve as an animal tracker in the 90s. And then 5 years later, he became a full-on fledged Fagasa nature guide at the lodge, guiding tourists on game drives and walks. All right. And he also worked as a game ranger in 5-star game lodges, including Singita Private Game Reserve. Now, after 29 years in the industry, he achieved his goal of actually starting his own Vomba tour company. Duzunizani is the director of operations and sales and marketing, and carrying on the traditions of his father. So they are basically based in Mpumalanga Lowveld area bordering the Kruger National Park. And they've got decades of experience, in the industry. He also served as a wildlife tracker in 5-star game lodges, including Londolozi and Sabi Sand as well. Highly trained professional and currently studying for a diploma in tourism management at UNISA. And yeah, so best of luck with that, Duzunizani. Right, so Vomba ethos is they've got dedicated team members, experienced field guides. They are experts in FIT in small groups, and they've got a high quality fleet of luxury vehicles. So the presence very much is in the Kruger Lowveld area. All right, so they operate Mpumalanga Lowveld region from Hazyview, Skapuza Airport, Kruger Mpumalanga International Airport, Eastgate Airport, and in all three of the well-known game reserves in the area, Kruger National Park, Sabi Sand Nature Reserve, and Timbavati Nature Reserve. Yeah, the vehicles are really a high quality fleet. They've got a luxury mini coach that can carry up to 19 passengers, full on with air conditioning, mineral water and snacks, HD radio, and they even have a little overhead luggage compartments as well. They've got luxury mini buses that can take up to 13 passengers, also with air conditioning and the still water and snacks. And they do have a luggage travelers, of course, if you take 13 passengers for their luggage. They have minivans that can take up to 10 passengers, also with pretty much their standard is, everybody on their vehicles gets a still mineral water, snacks, and this one's got the charging ports as well. And then for your smaller groups or couples, this can take up to 3 passengers. It's luxury SUVs. You can see it's really stunning vehicles. And then they have, of course, our all-time favorite open safari vehicles. Can take up to 10 passengers. They have blankets and ponchos, depending on what the weather dictates. And of course, again, with their still mineral water and snacks. They do have satellite tracking as well, pair of binoculars for each traveler. Right, so operations, sales, and reservations support. They've got basically a client relationship team that is always there and always willing to assist you with any inquiries and for your guests' requirements. They've got dedicated reservations consultants and a sales operation team, and then of course always an after-hour concierge service. So in the vehicles, they've got tablets, there's Wi-Fi, and they also have like an online booking activator, which is very handy as well. Right, and then of course all the lovely tours and adventures. They do, of course, the private road transfers, between lodges and of course between airports, and guided safari drives in Kruger National Park. So you can spend the day with them in their open game viewers in the park, and of course they are preferred suppliers to to the top lodges within Kruger, Sabi, and the surrounds. So they operate there from Hazyview, Hoedspruit, Paul Kruger Gate, Babini Gate, Open Gate, Malalaan, and Crocodile Bridge. So if you have guests staying outside the properties, like in White River, for example, they can also collect them in the mornings, early mornings, to take them on their half-day or full-day game drives as well. They do guided bushwalks in Kruger National Park. This is one thing that I still haven't done myself. No, I lie, actually. I have done that once in the Okavango Delta, but it was a very short walk to dinner. So I really still want to go and experience this in Kruger. In Sabi Sand, they've got guided 4x4 game drives and bushwalks, and of course we all know Sabi Sand is so renowned for the viewings. The Mpumalanga scenic tours and the panorama route tours, of course. There's actually so much to do, within Kruger and the greater surrounds. The panorama route is absolutely fantastic, and you have to go and see the gorge. You have to do the lift down the gorge, and of course then all your adventure activities as well. You can go 4x4 tourings and hiking. And yes, that is basically, you can do golf tours if you're really into golf. I know serious golfers, I used to work at a very nice hotel with a beautiful golf course. And, I saw these people traveling and spending the entire day, every single day on the golf course. And I said, I'm never going to play golf because I might like it, because half of my family plays. So, but in any case, if you have guests that are golfers, they are more than welcome, of course, to take them out on golf experiences. And then, of course, the Blader River Canyon. They've got the Dambo trip. That's a 90-day not a 90-day, 90-minute tour. Takes them to the Kadishi Tufa waterfall, which is really beautiful. And they can also see the 3 rondavels. Hot air ballooning from Hoedspruit. Also the most beautiful experience with the most fantastic views. And then lots of things like, river rafting in Hazy View, quad bike trails, hiking, and then an aerial cable trail as well. Hazy View, you've got the rope park. So this is really, really cool. I haven't done this particular one, but this one is built to European rope course standards. So I'm sure it's absolutely excellent and a very nice adrenaline rush and thrill. Right, and then of course, the different experiences in Hoedspruit. They can do the quad bike trail in Freynen Park, and they can go to Buffalo Land as well and do the little quad bikes. Cruises on the Olifants River. I mean, how beautiful is that? Just that scenery is absolutely fantastic. And of course, the bonus is the viewing that you can do. You can also visit a Shangaan local village that borders Kruger and Sabi Sand Nature Reserve. We've got such a diverse cultural heritage in our country, and that we are all so proud of, and we just love sharing that as well. So Vomba Tours gives unique experiences, and I think that's something when you go out with them and you experience the different places that you go, it's a real experience. And that's why we're very proud to have them to actually share this, and hopefully that you can get your guests to book that with them. Right, and we can also do day tours to Mozambique, to Maputo. It takes 10 to 12 hours, so they've got a very early morning start from the lodge or hotel to Maputo and back. So they will see the highlights of Maputo, the central and the fish markets, the Polana Hotel, and more. So there is an itinerary. We will email this all to you, the video, so you will actually get to see it, and you can also ask Duzuni Zani for more information on the tours. And then if you're a foodie, a Mozambican food tour, I think there's a few things in life that actually beats Mozambican food. It's really, really awesome. Right, and then they do walking tours of downtown, city tours, and Mafalala walking tour, which basically it's a 3-hour tour through historic neighborhoods in the capital. And you learn more about the history, also food and community life. And then art and culture tour, also really fantastic in Mozambique. It's a 4-hour tour. And yes, you visit all markets, art galleries, and cultural centers. And beautiful architecture as well in Maputo. And then you can also do a full-day Swaziland tour. So basically, guests are collected also from the lodges, like early in the morning. It's a 1.5-hour drive through to the destination. Yes, and there's I don't know. Swaziland is also one of the most beautiful places ever. Just the scenery is absolutely fantastic. So they can. Depending on the size of the group and the day of the week, they can see Kingsaboza, the second Memorial Park, Swazi Candle Factory Complex, local markets, Mantenga Arts and Crafts, and more. Right, and then they can do a tour with lunch as well, if they would like to do that, a cultural tour. And then they've also got farm day tours in Graskop and Primos gin tasting, which is close to Hoedspruit. Who's going to say no to a gin tasting? And then they also offer overnight packages within Kruger National Park and Sabi Sand, so that's also something that you can talk to them about. All right, so that is Wombat Tours and Safaris. So thank you very much for listening to us, and you can see there's some of the establishments that they work with, and that is them in a nutshell. Right, so that is it for today. Thank you very much for everybody that stuck around and waited for the webinar to start. I'm sorry about the delay. Apparently it was a Zoho issue, worldwide issue. But yeah, thank you very much. And we hope that you learned some more, or got some more product knowledge today that you can find useful in your day-to-day. So thank you very much to the exhibitors as well for taking their time out and telling you more about their products. So this is it for today. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you, Evan. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Evan.